7 years ago, I made one of the best decisions of my life, and that was to quit drinking alcohol. I woke up in the men's bathroom with blood and glass pieces all over my arm with no idea how I got there. This is just one of the many memories that I have of when I used to drink. In today's video, I want to share with you my journey to becoming sober, why I did it, and how it changed my life forever. And before we jump into the video, I want to address something that's come up in the previous videos that I made. So in the comments, many people seem to have an issue with me saying that I am from Finland. Here's the thing, not everyone in Finland are blonde and blue-eyed. And if someone's view of what a Finn looks like is so narrow, then I just suggest for them to go and study history. The more I live abroad, the more I actually realize how Finnish I really am. But anyways, let's get back to today's topic. So let me start by explaining that where I come from in Finland, we start drinking pretty early on, I think compared to a lot of countries. The difference between Finland and a lot of Southern European countries is that people drink to get drunk. They don't drink to just socialize and have a drink or two. They actually drink to get drunk. And that's what I was doing from when I was 13 years old without my parents' knowledge. And looking back now, like, why did I start drinking? Why did I want to be drunk? It was kind of the cool thing to do. Everyone else did it. I wanted to feel like I'm part of the in-group. And personally, I was very shy. I had a lot of social anxiety, and I felt that when I was drunk, I was more brave and I was more social, and I was able to talk to strangers with so much more confidence. Most of the time, I was definitely in control of what was happening, no matter how drunk I was. But still, there were incidents like the one I just mentioned where I woke up in the men's bathroom, I didn't know what happened. Even one situation like that, I feel is too much. But at the time, I didn't realize, I didn't take it that seriously. But the problem for me with alcohol wasn't just that I was losing control, because that was, like I said, very rare. The problem was that I didn't like the person who I became when I drank alcohol. And I don't like most of the people that I know when they drink. I know there are exceptions. There are people who are just absolutely wonderful and sweet even when they drink. But I took things in the wrong way. I misunderstood. I always assumed the worst. And it got to the point that the last time I got drunk ever in my life was 7 years ago at my sister's wedding. I actually had a very good time and I was happily drunk, enjoying the night. But then also something happened that really stuck with me. There was a guy who was talking to my little sisters, my baby sisters, not the one that got married, and he was kind of teasing them, and they came and told me that he's disturbing them. And I kind of misinterpreted the situation. I thought it was something really, really bad. And I got so angry with him and I started shouting at him and screaming at him, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And then later on, I realized that it wasn't that serious, but because I was drunk, I just misinterpreted the situation. And the next day when I woke up, I had the worst hangover. And I know when people wake up in a hangover, we tend to often say that I'm never drinking again, and then we drink again. But I actually made the decision while in my hangover that this is it. I am done. Like, I am never drinking again in my life. And that was 7 years ago. Even before that, I had just drunk like a few times a year in the last years that I was consuming alcohol. I just felt that it does not bring out the best in me. I don't like the person who I am when I drink. I don't like being in a hangover. I don't like the feeling of feeling so like bad about life in general when I'm in a hangover and making really like crazy decisions based on like my bad outlook of life just because I'm in a hangover. And I didn't like spending money. I didn't even like the taste of alcohol. I didn't like spending money on it. I didn't like being in crowds where people drink. I didn't like the vibe, the energy of people.
You know how people react to you when you say that you don't drink? They're like, something's wrong with you. Like, why would you not drink? Are you pregnant? Like, you gotta have a reason. You can't just not want to drink. You can't just not want to poison your body. It's crazy. Everything in this world, so many things are upside down, opposites. Like, right is wrong, wrong is right. I'm not saying drinking is wrong. I'm just saying the attitude is wrong. You don't need to have a reason for not wanting to drink. You don't need to have a reason for wanting to stay healthy, take care of yourself, and do better.
And I've always felt that you can't really have a proper conversation with someone who is drunk, because you might become very close with someone and then the next day it's like, In 2014, I was studying in the Netherlands, and there was a bar called the Shot Bar where you had shots for €1. And I went crazy. I was drinking so many of them. And I remember I got close to some of the exchange students, and we were drinking and we had so much fun. And then the next day, I'm like, "Hi, what's up?" And they're like, "Hello." And I'm like, "What? We were so close last night. We were having fun. We were talking, everything." I feel like sometimes that closeness is just fake when you're drunk. Maybe for some people it's genuine. This is just my personal experience. And I just want to say that I'm not judging anyone who drinks alcohol. If you see it as something beneficial for you, that's your choice, that's your life. I'm not here to judge. I just want to share with you my journey of how not drinking alcohol, stopping alcohol completely has improved my life, made my life so much better. It was just a long phase of my life where I used alcohol to become more confident, to feel more brave, to be able to enter situations where I otherwise would have had severe social anxiety, where there's a lot of people around. Instead of just facing my fears and learning, making mistakes, failing, growing, I took the easy route of just getting drunk and just pretending that I'm confident. I feel like that's what it is, because I didn't feel like I am my true self when I drank alcohol. And some people around me, they don't understand why I don't drink alcohol. And they're like, "Hey, just have a sip, just have a little, live a little." My brother-in-law used to say, "Live a little, you're not living." But honestly, to me, living is living alcohol free. I don't feel like I was really alive when I used to drink. I feel like I was running from myself. I was trying to escape reality. I wasn't even admitting it. I was just pretending. I feel like I was pretending that everything was all right when it really wasn't. I forgot to mention that I also drank just to get away from pain and escape my emotions, my feelings when things got too hard and I just couldn't handle them. I couldn't be sober. I wanted to just drink like my sorrows away. I drank the most in my life when I had the biggest heartbreak, when I was 22 in 2010. That time I was just going for many days a week and I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. And that's really dangerous. You know, you get drunk and you feel so sad. And I didn't like want to kill myself, but I was like, fuck everything, you know? Just because I was drunk, and it made me feel worse about the things that when I was not drunk, when I was not in a hangover, I realized it wasn't that bad. And I definitely don't think that it did anything good to my state of mind, to how good I felt, my emotional, my physical well-being, my mental health. I feel like when I stopped drinking alcohol, overall, I started to feel so much better. And I just didn't want to waste any more time being in a hangover, like a whole day feeling sick, feeling awful. And I used to work in a restaurant where people used to come and have their day after pizza, like hangover pizza, which is kind of a common thing maybe all worldwide, or is it just in Finland? I don't know. But people used to come feeling, looking awful and just have a pizza and just like feel like crap and not be positive, motivated, you know, joyful about life. Like, I feel like life is just too short to be wasting a whole day for being in a hangover. Since quitting alcohol, my life has transformed in so many ways. Here are just some of the benefits that I've experienced. My mental clarity, it's definitely sharper. I've actually made progress in working on my social anxiety and just becoming more confident and brave rather than running away from the problem. I've saved money and time, money that I spent on alcohol and going to events where people drank, and also time from just being in a hangover where I've not been able to do anything productive and just felt like life is just horrible and life sucks. My physical health has definitely improved. I mean, the amounts of alcohol that I have put into my body, I'm so happy that I'm not doing that anymore. And overall, me not drinking just feels like I have been able to connect with myself on a deeper level and just become more of the person who I really want to be. And did I lose friends because I didn't drink? No. Obviously, I do spend more time with people who don't drink and people who I kind of have the same vibe with. But I don't feel like I've lost friends because I stopped drinking. I feel like I've gained the right friends now that I'm not focused on alcohol. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like I've sacrificed anything because I stopped drinking. I don't feel like I had to give up anything. If anything, I feel like I've gained my freedom. I feel like I have gained so much. I feel like now I'm protecting my health, my body, body, my mental well-being, my energy, my time, and I'm putting my energy and focus on where I feel like it truly matters. And if you're watching this and you feel like alcohol maybe isn't serving you, maybe it is just a habit that you haven't been able to let go, or you haven't really thought about it, I would just encourage you to think, why would you want to let go, or why would you want to continue? Just remember that life is short. You have loads of potential. You have so much to reach in life. If you feel that you can reach that with alcohol, that's up to you, that's your choice, and that's your truth. If you feel that alcohol is not bringing out the best version of you and that you could do better, but you just don't know how to let go, I urge you to think about these questions. I have a lot of good memories when I used to drink, have fun with my friends, but I think that I actually thought that it was the alcohol that gave me those good times, that I couldn't have fun without them, that I couldn't do certain things if I hadn't been drinking. And that's where I think I went really wrong, that I didn't trust myself enough, that I didn't believe in myself enough, that, oh, it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail. I think I saw alcohol as some kind of a comfort, and I think that that's how it is with a lot of people, which is totally okay. There is a lot of things in this world that are difficult and challenging, and sometimes we need something that comforts us. But for me, I just don't want it to be alcohol. I just don't see any benefit with drinking at all. So I don't see any reason to ever drink again. And I feel like alcohol is a part of the past. It's not who I want to be right now. So this was just me sharing my story with you. I would love to hear in the comments what your relationship with alcohol is and what you feel the benefits or cons of drinking is to you. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.